Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the HCF bar division method. So HCF bar division method as well as a method that you can use for finding the HCF of two or more numbers. Right, so after watching this video completely, you will be able to find the HCF of two or more numbers by division method very easily. Right, so but before starting the video, before going to the example, we have some steps that we have to follow during finding the HCF by division method. Right, so first of all, we have to divide the greater number by the smaller number, just like 132 and 278 are two numbers, 132 as smaller and 278 as greater. Right, so we have to divide 278 by 132. Right, divide the smaller number by the remainder of 10. 3. Divide the divisor of the second step with the remainder of 10 in step 2. 4. Continue the process till you get 0 as remainder. For example, find HCF of 132 and 278 by division method. Right, so in this example, we will follow these steps, and this gives the exact result. What is the HCF of these numbers? Right, so we are gonna divide 278 by 132 because 278 as a greater number and 132 as smaller number. Right, now we will do the simple division as usual we are doing. Right, so how many times does 132 goes to 272? So how many times does 132 goes into 278? Right, so 2 times 2 as 4, 2 times 3 as 6, and 2 times 1 as 2. Right, subtract the 264 from 278, the remainder as 14. Now here 14 as the remainder and 132 as the first divisor. So we will bring the 132 here and divide 132 by the remainder of the step 1. Right, now how many times does 14 goes into 132? So 9 times 4 as 36, 9 times 1 as 9 plus 3 as 12. Right, subtract the 126 from 132, the remainder as 6. Now we are going to divide the remainder of step 1, which is 14, by the remainder of the second step, which is 6. Right, so bring down the 14 here. Right, now how many times does 6 goes into 14? So 6 times 2 as 12, subtract the 12 from the 14, the remainder is 2. Right, now bring down the 16 near here. Now bring down the 16 here and divide the 6. Now bring down the 6 here and divide the 6 by this remainder of 14 minus 12. Now how many times does 2 goes into 6? 2 times 3 as 6, the remainder is 0 as the process completed. And here we see that the last factor as the highest common factor, or the HCF of these two numbers. So the HCF of 132 and 278 is 2 because it is the last divisor of these two numbers. Right, now dear viewers, pause the video and find the HCF of 50 and 40 by division method and comment the answer in the comment box. Right, now here is another example in which we have to find out the HCF of three numbers, 255, 345, and 495 and 495. Right, so we will take any of the numbers that we want to find out the HCF of these numbers. So we will take 255 and 345. Right, so we are gonna divide 345 by 255 because 345 as a greater number as compared to 255. Right, 255. Right, so 345 divided by 255. So 345 divided by 255. Now how many times does 255 Now how many times does 255 goes into 345? Right, so 1 times 255 goes into 255. Subtract the 255 from 345, the remainder as 90. Bring down the bring down the divisor 255 here and divide 255 by 90, right? So 2 times 90 as 180, the remainder as 75. Bring down the 90 here and divide the 90 by the remainder, 75 times 1 is 75, the remainder as 15. And bring down the 75 here and divide the 75 by 15. So 15 times 5 as 75, the remainder is 0. Now we got 15 as the HCF of 345 and 255, but we have to find out the HCF of the three numbers. Then we have to divide 495 by the factor by the HCF of this new number, right? So we are gonna divide 495 by 15. So 15 times 300, so 15 times 33 is equal to, so 15 times 3 as 45. Subtract the 45 from the 49, the remainder as 4, and bring down the 5 near 4, which has become 45. 15 times 3 as 45, the remainder as 0, right? So 495 as divisible by 15. So the HCF of these three numbers as 15, because 15 divides each of the given number exactly, right? So the HCF of 255, 345 and 495 is equal to 15, right? Now we are gonna find out the HCF of 250, 350 and 400, right? So we will take any one of the two numbers, 250 and 350, right? So 300, and we will divide 350 by 250. 2 times 1 is 250, the remainder as 10, the remainder as 100. Bring down the divisor here, 250 multiplies 100 with 2 to become 200, right? So subtract the 200 from 250, the remainder as 50, right? Now bring down the 100 here and divide the 100 by 50, the remainder of this step, right? So 50 times 2 as 100, the remainder is 0, right? So the HCF of 250 and 350 is equal to 50, right? Now we are gonna find out the HCF of now we are gonna divide the 50. Now we are gonna divide the remaining term, which is 400 by 50, right? So 400 divided by 50. 50 times 8 is 400, the remainder as 0. So the HCF of these three numbers, 250, 350 and 400 is equal to 50. So dear viewer, pause the video and try find out the HCF of 100, 120 and 140 in the comment box, and share your opinion with others in the comment box. So dear viewer, thank you for watching. After watching this video, you will be able to find out the HCF of two or more numbers at any instant.